Okay, some more leaks have come out about Tom Bower's new book, and it just keeps getting better. It's just it's absolutely incredible. I just can't stop laughing because this guy is like totally believable. He was a BBC investigative journalist. I was looking up a bit on Tom Bower, former BBC investigative journalist turned biographer. Bower is drawn to chronicle the big egos that try to dominate the world around them. So yeah, he's attracted to big egos, and looks like Meghan is on his hit list. Here we go. So Bower thrives on holding powerful people to account through his incendiary biographies. So let's get back to the new allegations. We'll call them allegations, but he's never lost a court case, and so it's true basically. It's more likely to be true than not, even though these are allegations. So I love the headline. This is from the Advertiser of my local newspaper here in Adelaide. Effing nuts. Meghan too princessy for Harry's friend's new book claims. So, Harry must have taken her around to his friends. And boy, oh boy, wouldn't you like to be a fly on the wall, because they absolutely could not stand her. It says Prince Harry's oldest friends clashed with Meghan Markle over her woke views when the pair started dating, according to an explosive new book. So let's have a read of this. From the beginning of her relationship with Prince Harry, Meghan Markle acted princessy around his friends, failed to make an effort, and told them off for their jokey banter, a new book has claimed. So there we go. Set to hit the shelves this week. Revenge, Meghan, Harry, and the War Between the Windsors by British biographer Tom Bower unpicks the tangled web surrounding the Sussexes and the relationship with the royal family. A lot of this stuff we surmise. We sort of got the feeling about that she's very sort of princessy and very what do you call it, self-righteous and pushy, the pushy princess Pushy from her sister Samantha. That's what it's all coming true, isn't it? All her family and former friends as well. Everything they've said about her is coming true now. It's all coming out in this book. So we're getting some evidence around it, saying to back it up. Here we go. In it, Bower details a shooting weekend at Sandringham in 2016, soon after Meghan and Harry's relationship had been publicly revealed. Harry had invited 16 friends, mostly old schoolmates from Eton, with their wives or girlfriends, the Sun reports. So Bower writes, like other shooting weekends, Harry was looking forward to endless banter, jokes, and a lot of drinking. Harry. And boy, hasn't Harry changed since he's met Meghan. He had not anticipated Meghan's reactions. Their jokes involving sexism, feminism, and transgender people ricocheted around the living rooms and dining rooms. Oh my God, maybe they said that trans women aren't real women. That would have triggered her off. I tend to use that all the time to trigger off the lefties. I say, look at the chromosomes, not the pronouns. Without hesitation, Meghan challenged every guest whose conversation contravened her values. I would have loved to turn up to this. Harry, please invite me to the next one. According to Harry's friends, again and again she reprimanded him about the slightest inappropriate nuance. Nobody was exempt. Harry's world will not be her world. Zero tolerance. This is a sign of a narcissist. Zero tolerance. Everything's all about them. They think they're right. Some of her friends later discussed their concerns about Meghan's wokery. A new word for our vocabulary. Wokery. Bower continues, Meghan was a dampener on a party, they concluded. Yeah, it was a party. Oh, you used to let your hair down. These guys, they lead a very sort of stifled, stuffy life. They like to let their hair down. Even the Queen's been known to really, click up her heels when she's in the palace behind closed doors. So, there's nothing's different in the other lower ranks here. Yeah, she lacked any sense of humour. Oh, we're seeing that quite often, aren't we? No sense of humour. Has Meghan ever laughed about anything, like a joke, anything? No. driving. She reminds me of my ex-girlfriend. This is probably why I despise her so much, because there's a lot of things that Meghan does. Guys, feel sorry for me, because I dated someone pretty much exactly like Meghan. Everything was never good enough for her, and I think that's what Harry's stuck in this, trying to please her all the time, and it's a fool's game. Anyway, she lacked any sense of humour. Driving home after Sunday lunch, the text pinged between the cars. "Oh my God, what about her?" said one. "Harry must be effing nuts." Meghan clashed again with Harry's mates during the couple's trip to Jamaica in March 2017 to celebrate the marriage of Tom Skippy Inskip, Harry's Etonian friend who had been present in Las Vegas during Harry's infamous nude romp. And I think he had his famous World War II uniform, which we won't mention who they are because it will get flagged by YouTube. They joined 40 guests, including Harry's oldest friends and some of their parents, for a 3-day party in the Round Hill Hotel in Montego Bay. So this is in Jamaica. All right. Barra writes, Harry flew premium economy from London, which is fair enough. He's a tall guy. Meghan arrived from Toronto in a friend's private jet. Doesn't that sound familiar? The same sort of thing happened when she went with a baby shower. Got the Clooney's to fly around. The close-knit group keenly anticipated meeting Meghan. They were quickly disappointed. Oh dear. Oh dear. Not only did she quibble about the food, but she behaved princessy, refusing to engage with Harry's friends. So this was obviously after. So this was March 2017. So the first meeting was in, 2016? All right. So she's obviously figured out that nobody likes her by this stage, and she's playing the what do you call it? The silent treatment. There's a word for it. Anyway, she wasn't interested in us, said one mother. Friends were also puzzled by Harry's incandescent reaction to a paparazzi photographer hiding in the bushes trying to sneak a picture at the party, given that he was well used to such incidents and never usually reacted so badly. So yeah, she's obviously just got into his head and playing the victim. So here we go. So here's another one. So that's about the friends of Harry's friends, and this is about her wanting to be the face of Ralph Lauren. So this is so interesting. Like the detail that Tom Bauer is coming up with is incredible. So Bauer writes how in 2015, when Meghan was still a relatively unknown actress on the TV show Suits, her agent secured her a brand contract with Reitmans, Canada's largest women's clothing shop. From the start, Bauer claims Meghan was not keen. I wonder why, and we find out why here. Reitman's clothes were typically cheap, costing under $90 and worn by older clientele. She longed to be the face of Ralph Lauren, not Reitman's, he writes. The first shoot for Reitman's commercial in Montreal in March 2016 was marred by clashes between Meghan and the creative team. How come this does not surprise us now? We're getting this full picture now, aren't we? It's just time after time after time is reinforcing what we pretty much already knew. Meghan wanted to rip up the script, but Bauer says the team refused because, in their opinion, Meghan offered no worthwhile alternative ideas other than suggesting that a Caribbean location with a Hollywood budget would be better. Oh dear. So she's always looking to upgrade. He adds, after ferocious exchanges, a few script changes were made only to be rejected by Meghan again. Oh no. There we go. So this is her in Rachel Zane in Suits, opposite Patrick J. Adams as Michael Ross. I'll leave a link. I went through how she conned her way into getting her union card. So I'll leave a link up over that side. Where are we? That side. I'll leave a link. It's quite funny. So when she famously said that she's such a fraud, and then she laughs. Here we go. So a year later, filming her second campaign for Reitmans, Meghan had a meltdown over the almost $1,500 a night suite reserved for her at the Place d'Armes Hotel in Montreal, and demanded to be moved to a bigger suite at the more expensive Gold It's silent T, I'd say. A girl hotel. Next, Meghan demanded that she be registered in the hotel under an alias, Jane Smith, citing fears of being hassled by staff and other guests. So she's thinking, as soon as she got the suit, she's thinking that she is like an A-list celebrity. She's going to be hounded by paparazzi, celebrity, and it just never materialized, did it? I had no idea who she was. I thought she was some Spanish girl that Harry had met somewhere on some party. She looked Spanish to me. Bowers says the production team were flummoxed. No one in French-speaking Montreal knew Meghan, but she still wasn't happy. So here we go. Bauer writes, she criticised the hotel's Tempur-Pedic bathrobe and slippers. She wanted Dior. The tea was wrong, the wrong blend, and vegan green juice was warm. She's on that health kick, which apparently you got Harry into as well. Some crew started to refer to her as the princess so this was before she met Harry. So they sort of cottoned on that she wanted to be a princess because they thought she avoided eye contact. Bauer writes, no one dared to contradict Meghan. The only consolation was Meghan's actual performance. So this is one plus. In front of the lens, she had transformed herself into a warm, glamorous icon. So she's decent at acting in these sort of bit parts. Things went from bad to worse. Meghan was heard complaining about the production, the clothes, and the style of the script, so crew started speaking in French in retaliation. So she's living in Canada, but of course, she grew up in LA. She probably doesn't understand French. So they must have picked up on that and started speaking in French just to piss her off. Bauer writes, during the filming, Meghan was asked, what Canadian woman inspires you? She laughed and asked for examples. None of them inspires me, she replied. You can't make me say something I don't want to or don't believe in. Whoa! So much for being a feminist. No Canadian woman inspires her. It's a wrap, shouted an assistant at exactly 7 p.m. Meghan's agent had already called ahead to warn that her client would not film one extra minute. Here we go. Afterwards, some crew members slammed her behaviour. According to Bauer, Jean Malik, the ad's third director, posted on Facebook, she is definitely the meanest person I've ever met. Just saying. Actually, I was going to look that up. Jean Malik. I was going to look up on my Facebook and see if that actually happened. But afterwards, there's a different story with Reitman's bosses pleased with the company saw a 20% uplift in sales. Or maybe she found her calling. She should just do commercial advertisements and that sort of thing. So there we go. That's incredible. What we might do, I'll see if I can find Jean Malik on Facebook, and we'll see if we can. I might go into my alternative account. Oh no, it should be right. Jean Malik. No, it was a few years ago. Oh, this could be him. Studies law in Montreal, Quebec. There's another one lives in Quebec from Syria. Stab in the dark. Let's just have a quick look. No, this could be it because he's only got one post. So I'll show you. This could be the guy here. Jean Malik. No posts. Obviously gone to ground. Could be. Not saying it's this guy. Don't harass him. So there we go. So what do you guys think? This is this is pretty incredible stuff. I did not realize that Bauer had got this many contacts, and he's really dug into it, hasn't he? And he's obviously talked to Harry's friends. Meghan's gone to ground. We haven't heard much from her this week, have we? But something's coming up. Was it the Mandela Day? There'll be something coming up. What a coincidence. Mandela Day is, it's the 18th here in Australia, and it's Mandela Day, so there could be something coming through. Megan's apparently doing something for that. Try and divert the attention from this book that's coming out, and apparently Harry's book has been postponed. I think it's all got to do with Tom Bauer's book, so very interesting stuff. Don't forget to leave your comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.